Do you really think this 29-16 run is going to last until October with the rotation we have right now? Because while everyone's celebrating, the front office is calculating how many days are left before this house of cards collapses. Look, I'm going to say something here that's going to upset a lot of people. This historic run we're having looks beautiful on paper, but it's being built on thin ice. Are we flying high? Absolutely. But I've lost so much hair analyzing this rotation that my barber offered me a loyal customer discount. And no, I'm not exaggerating. The news that came out today about the Cubs considering a trade for Sonny Gray from the Red Sox isn't clickbait. It's a cry for help in disguise. The guy has a $75 million contract, 3 All-Star appearances on his resume, and most importantly, he's healthy and available. Meanwhile, we're sitting here praying Ben Brown stays dominant, Matthew Boyd comes back 100%, and nobody else gets hurt. That's not a plan. That's hope. And hope doesn't win World Series titles, bleacher bums. Let's get to the facts. The Chicago Cubs are 29-16, leading the National League Central. But the Milwaukee Brewers are 23-17 and riding a 5-game winning streak. The gap? Just 6 games in early May. That can disappear in one bad week. The Cubs' rotation is operating on the edge. Cade Horton underwent Tommy John surgery and is expected to miss 12 to 16 months. Jordan Wicks is on the IL with elbow issues. Matthew Boyd just returned from a biceps injury. Justin Steele underwent Tommy John surgery and likely won't return in 2026. Ben Brown, who started the season in the bullpen, was thrown into the rotation because there was literally nobody else. The Cubs pitching staff owns a 3.86 ERA, the 11th best mark in MLB. But this is juggling, not stability. Now answer me this, Northside Nation. Do you honestly trust this patched-together rotation to survive the pressure in September? Do you really believe Colin Rea, at 35 years old with a 3.95 ERA last season, is going to save us when the Brewers come charging? Because I don't. And if you're honest with yourselves, you don't either. The truth is that one more injury, whine and this whole thing turns into a pumpkin. That's not doom posting. That's arithmetic. The trade proposal suggested by SI.com columnist Ryan Shea would have the Cubs sending 3 prospects. Right-handed pitcher Brandon Birdsell, the organization's 16th ranked prospect. Outfielder Kevin Alcantara, ranked 5th in the system. And versatile infielder James Triantos, ranked 9th overall. In return, the team would receive Sonny Gray, a 37-year-old veteran in the final year of his 3-year, $75 million contract with the Boston Red Sox. Gray has been the anchor of Boston's rotation in 2026. He owns a 3.54 ERA, a 1.286 WHIP, and a long history of consistency. While his strikeouts per 9 innings are modest at 4.82 K per 9, his ability to induce ground balls and his experience in big moments make him exactly the type of pitcher contenders target at the trade deadline. But there's a price. Giving up 3 prospects at once, including Alcantara, one of the top 5 in the system, hurts. Birdsell has mid-rotation starter potential. Triantos offers defensive versatility, and Alcantara has 5-tool upside. This is an all-in move, the kind that defines a competitive window. The problem? If the Cubs don't make this kind of move and the rotation collapses, the season goes down with it. And then it won't matter how much you love the prospects if none of them are wearing a Cubs uniform in October. Because without reinforcements, there might not even be an October. I'll be very direct here. This trade makes perfect strategic sense, but it hurts the soul. It hurts because we spent years rebuilding the farm system, developing prospects, and now we're considering burning 3 of them in one shot. But you know what hurts even more? Wasting a season where Shota Imanaga looks dominant, where Ian Happ is hitting like an MVP candidate, where we finally have a complete roster, all because we were too afraid to move prospects. Sonny Gray isn't a gamble. He's certainty. The guy has already proven he can handle pressure. He's pitched in Oakland, with the Yankees, in Cincinnati, St. Louis, and now Boston. Three-time All-Star. He knows what October baseball feels like. And more importantly, he's available because the Red Sox are sinking. They're 17-24. That's called perfect timing. Now for the risk analysis. If the Cubs make this trade and Gray gets hurt, the fan base will crucify Jed Hoyer. But if he doesn't make the trade and Ben Brown or Colin Rea fall apart, the outcome is the same. The difference? With Gray, at least you tried. You were aggressive. You showed the clubhouse the front office believes in them. My read, this trade is going to happen. Maybe not specifically for Sonny Gray, but the Cubs are going after a veteran arm before the trade deadline, because they can't keep pretending everything is fine. Milwaukee is waking up, and the Cubs need to act before it's too late. So here's the question, bleacher bums. Would you rather protect the prospects and watch this season slip through your fingers, or do you want to see the front office go all in? Because I already know my answer. And if you disagree with me, that's fine. But don't complain in September when we're fighting just to keep the division away from the Brewers. Tell me in the comments, would you make this trade? Is Sonny Gray worth 3 prospects? Or do you think I'm completely crazy? Let's debate it.